Hi, Kendall. Thanks for sending us in your question to SnapMath. Normally, our hours are between 4 and 10 p.m., but I know you guys have finals this week, so I'll be happy to answer it. Okay, so the first thing I've done, there's no directions here. You didn't give any directions. In the future, feel free to, when you text the question, just put the directions below it so we know how to answer it. But here I'm kind of just going to answer, like, this is a parabola, so I'm going to answer a lot of questions here. Alright, first thing you want to do is find the vertex. So the vertex, the x value is negative b over 2a, so it's going to be negative 2 all over 2 times, and then a is 1 here. So just to make sure, a is 1, b is 2, and then c is positive 5. Okay, so we get negative 2 over 2, which is negative 1. And then I'm going to plug that back into the formula here to find the y value of the vertex. So if we plug in negative 1, we will get, I'll do a little scratch work over here, we'll get 1 minus 2 plus 5, okay, which will be negative 1 plus 5, which is 4. Okay, so there's our vertex. Next, we know since a is greater than 0, or positive, we know the graph's going to look like this here. We know it's going to go up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and graph that right now. Negative 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's over here. And then I'll make a quick little chart here, just a couple points to the left and right of that negative 1. So we know negative 1 is 4, so I'm going to plug in a point to the left, negative 2, and a point to the right. You can plug in more if you'd like, but I'm just going to do 2. Plug in negative 2, you'll get 4. Minus 4 is 0. Plus 5 is 5. Plug in 0, you'll also get 5. Okay, so if we graph those 2 points over here, we get this guy. So we know our graph looks like this here. Okay, and then if they ask for the axis of symmetry, which is one thing they could ask for any type of parabola. Oops, it's supposed to be a T. The axis of symmetry is just going to be this line right here that goes, a vertical line that goes straight through the vertex there. Okay, and the equation of that line, see how it goes through x is negative 1 here, so it's x equals negative 1. Okay, and then the next question is, what's our max or min? Well, the minimum, this one's going to have a minimum because it's pointing upward, so the minimum value is going to be the y value of the vertex. The max and min is always the y value, so the minimum is just going to be 4 if they ask for that. Okay, and then the next two things I saw on the sheet that you sent, domain and range. So let's look at those two. Okay, so the domain is going to be all real numbers because you can plug in any x value you want into this function here and you will get a y value. So it's all real numbers, or you can write it like this, negative infinity to infinity. That's called interval notation. Okay, and then the range is going to be now the y values. You can't plug. See how as I move the pen over here, the graph never hits any of these y values. Never hits negative 2. Never hits 0. Doesn't hit 1. The very first y value it hits is 4, and then anything above 4. So the range would be y is greater than or equal to, because it's defined here at 4, so it's greater than or equal to 4. Okay, if you put it in interval notation, it would be bracket 4 to infinity. Alright, thanks Kendall for sending us in your question. I hope this helped, and feel free to send us your questions. They probably won't be answered till tomorrow though. Hope your final's not tomorrow, but thanks for using SnapMath. And please like us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. If you just search SnapMath one word, you can like us there. Thanks again.